the Denver Broncos. And off we go from Denver. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. On play action, it's Murray. Finding his target, it's Trey McBride. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Good work. That's going to net him 23 and a first. Now Murray off play action. Swings this one out wide for Pierce. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. The Broncos at 10-3 on the year, and they have certainly got it rolling as of late, winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here, and if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason, and we know that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Murray now to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a gain of 19 down to the 19, and it's a first down.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Able to get this one to McBride. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Trey McBride, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And he'll take it out to the 25. A first down throw for Brissett. Escaping the pressure right. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. Coach Arnold's already down 7-0 early. They opt to take a shot there on the first play of scrimmage, but that plan backfires.
That feels a little bit like last week's loss lingering into this game, doesn't it? You're down 7 already. You lost last week. It's almost like they're trying to get it all back in one shot, trying to take a big chunk play right out of the gate.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes and throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. First down, Murray. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Rolling to his right. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, first and goal. Murray flips us forward on a jet sweep. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. Play action. Now it's Murray. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. They get only a yard there. Now it's third and goal.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield.
Touchdown, Broncos! A great play there. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Broncos have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Play after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it, and when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Brissett to throw for it on fourth. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they're certainly not giving much up to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
After the turnover, here's Murray. Across the formation, he hits Austin. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They fake the handoff. Now Murray being chased out left. Incomplete.
And he is such a tough quarterback to defend because you got to remember, arguably, he's more dangerous outside the pocket than he is in it. But how about the job they did defensively to stay with the receiver and knock the ball away? I think they had a sigh of relief there because oftentimes when he gets outside the pocket, big plays result downfield.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And Murray with a smart move there at the end of the play. Picks up the first down and then slides to the ground.
The drive stays alive. A third down gain of 8.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
Play fake. Murray. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
T. Higgins from 8 yards out. And the Broncos take a 3-touchdown lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 21-0. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey?
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked off by Aaron Stokes. And the Broncos are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. Here's Murray. Out to his left.
Looking for Mims, but this is intercepted. It's Tariq Castro-Fields who picked it. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They'll stay on the ground. Balaj again. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They'll run here with Balaj. And power running here down to the 6-yard line.
From the 6 now on 2nd and 3.
Now Balaj. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
They run it with Balaj. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. This just a 24-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good, and the Dolphins are going to be forced to settle for 3.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
And still in the first half here, a long way to go. Throwing again on second down. Murray. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. It's so easy to focus on the speed and elusiveness of Kyler Murray, but as he shows right there, don't sleep on the arm strength. Murray flips his forward on the jet sweep. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Here's Murray. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15.
Muscle damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? The ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Buying time to his left. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Denzel Mims. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. Steps away. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
It'd be interesting to see what he decides to do the next time he's in the position we just saw there. Outside of the pocket, takes a throw downfield, it turns up incomplete. I wonder if next time he might take off and run.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Brissett got a man open. It's Darren Waller. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, kill.
To throw is Brissett. This one into the hands of the running back, Ballage. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Hey, kill. Hey, kill.
To throw again on 2nd down. Brissett eluding the pressure right. He'll look downfield for Waller. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I think he just made the punter a little bit jealous there. There was some serious hang time on that ball. Deep downfield, and while it didn't connect, it certainly sent a message, didn't it?
They'll throw again. Brissett. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. Well, that is interception number 4 for him, Charles. 4 here in the first half alone, and they're already trailing by 4 possessions.
Makes me wonder, partner, do they just not have any confidence at all in the backup, or do they just have that much confidence in him? Able to throw 4 picks already, they're certainly hoping that he can turn things around and quickly.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know as that team.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Broncos will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Throwing on first down is Murray.
That is caught by Mims.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. They got 29 yards that time.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Now Murray.
And this one complete again to Mims. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Murray flips us forward on a jet sweep. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Murray now.
They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted.
Picked off by Von Bell.
And the Dolphins are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone.
So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
Throw left side complete. That's Pierce. That'll bring up second and goal after the gain of 5.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver.
Trey McBride,
a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game.
And the Broncos are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points.
Play after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Balaj. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game. And really, they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has now allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break, contain, and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they've brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Butker's kick here is good.
Wow, I mean, it's so rare to even see one attempted from that distance, CD, let alone converted, but he came through with confidence and matches what was Tom Dempsey's 43-year NFL record at one point of 63 yards.
Yeah, I can still see that highlight of Dempsey making that kick, and nowadays we see it a little bit differently because, remember, Dempsey was a straight-on kicker. But these guys nowadays, the range keeps increasing, and they keep putting it through the posts.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 46. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. On play action, it's Murray.
He's got this one completed to Mims. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
To throw is Murray. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 24-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Now Murray off play action.
Delivers on the crosser to McBride.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Murray flips his forward on a jet sweep. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Throwing now is Murray. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit.
And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown.
Trey McBride
with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Broncos add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
The extra point splits the uprights, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Out
out as the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Again, it's Ballage. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
On 1st and 10, Brissett. And my goodness, another interception. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. And with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Murray going to throw. Over the middle, caught by Mims. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A really nice gain of 25 yards. To throw, it's Murray. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Murray now to throw. That's caught. He gets it out to Austin. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, who can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Murray now, 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Broncos extend this fourth quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11. Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
First down, Brissett. Looking again for Waller, and
he's got him again. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A draw play now. Ballage. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 11 more on that one and another first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Brissett sets to throw it. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Brissett's throw complete here to Ayuk. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Hands it off out of the gun. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. 41 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Here's a run with Ballage, and he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
Extra point by Butker is on target
as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
This one caught downfield by Higgins. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
Well, Bobby, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Murray's going to look to throw this thing. And he's going to go down again. Max Crosby in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end.